Contemporary and fine artist Chaz Williams, more affectionately known as ChazArt, is known for popularizing South African social and cultural heritage through portrait art, and often going to great lengths to play a role in helping the underprivileged through his love of art. He joins me now in studio to discuss the philanthropic efforts of his Famous Springboks Painting. Chaz, welcome to the loft.
Thank you. Thanks. Good to be a pleasure.
So now you are the talent. You know, we like to refer to the talent.
Yeah.
Essentially, the person who captured a moment in South African history, and I think world history, so perfectly and so brilliantly. I have to just take it to the very beginning. Where did your love of art come from? I mean, I know you come from a very talented family.
Yeah.
So do you think you were just destined for this?
I think I came from a family that promoted being an artist. I think that's, you know, everyone wants their little boy or girl to be an artist, but no one wants them to matriculate and do art, you know? So I think I came from a family that promoted it. My mom is probably still the best artist I know, and my muse to a large extent. But yeah, I think I was always that kid at school that could draw everyone, pick up the paintbrush, paint everyone and that. Yeah. But I think it was later on when I realized that being an artist, like I think you are, like so many people are artists, there has to be something to say. And it was only in my mid-20s when I realized I actually have something to say with art. You know, realism isn't actually the goal. Being abstract, being emotional, being powerful, and putting something out there. Yeah. You know, I think that's where my art really took off.
I like that. You know, staying true to yourself and the vision that you had for your art, and always asking that why, you know, and finding your something to say. But boy, we were speaking about a painting saying 1,000 words or in a picture saying 1,000 words. You're definitely articulating yourself quite eloquently in everything that you put on a canvas. So I just also need to then dive into, have you then always wanted your art to reflect what's happening within society, thereas giving back to society, giving back to the underprivileged and people in vulnerable communities?
I think me as a person and me as a South African, I grew up very privileged. So I always wanted to give back. I think there's you want someone to help you out one day, help those who can't help themselves now, you know? And I think I cut my teeth on art auctions for charity. I did a Lau Morgan charity maybe 10 years ago now, my first real piece. And it made me feel so amazing. Just to help people and meet the charities. The first charity I helped was actually a court for child rape. And for me to be involved and for me to raise with a single charcoal that I did in my studio alone, you know, for that to go forth and single-handedly fund something like that. That's what I was talking about. I had something to say. And
groundbreaking.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for me, art is not pretty landscapes or cute little pictures. Art is massive, and it's emotive, and it's fine art or investment art is the pinnacle of all of that, you know? And I think that filters into charity. You're changing people's lives in the biggest way, you know?
If we were to just dive deeper within the piece of the moment, the piece that we keep speaking about, that famous Springbok painting. I mean, for me, when you speak about art being emotive, this is exactly what we're talking about. Just looking at this artwork once takes me straight back to that moment that we were able to raise that cup and announce ourselves as the champions of the world. So when you wanted to get involved and collaborate essentially with Second Chance, what was it about this that said, you know what, I got to put my name on it, I also have to be involved, as much as Blake is as well?
Well, I mean, if we're honest, I don't think Blake and Jared gave me much of a choice. They're pretty persuasive, so that was... but again, they have such passion and such big hearts. I actually bumped into Jared one day, and I've known him for a lot of years. He's known me. We're both Wyoming boys, and I said to him, I've seen you on Instagram. Everything you say is so amazing and so powerful. You know, maybe let's join forces kind of thing. I wasn't necessarily saying, let me spend 3 months working on a nearly 2-meter Circulisi painting. But yeah, and I think it's been so amazing chatting with them and just being inspired by them as a trust and as human beings. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, you are a superstar. Not only does your talent speak for itself in terms of what we get to experience and enjoy when we look at your artwork, but I think that going back to the reason that brings you here, your why, I think makes it that much more special. So again, South Africa, I do encourage you just to head over to our Afternoon Express website and our social media pages to find out how you can put your 2 cents in to hopefully walk away with this incredible artwork.